This is Richie from the Metal Cell podcast. Live at the Triskel. I'm delighted to say I've been joined by Andy Clark from The Crawling. How are you, Andy?
I'm good, and you?
I'm flying, man. It's great that you made it down. You were a bit delayed on the way, yeah?
Yeah, it took us a wee bit longer. The weather took an Irish turn on the way down, so yeah, it was.
And how long does the trip take?
Usually about 4.5.
4 hours.
So we're touching 5 hours there. So.
And of course, you've kind of just come off the back of a UK tour as well.
Yes.
How'd that go?
We've been playing a lot the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We had a Belfast show which went really well, and then the following weekend we left on the Thursday night, and we did London, Rotherham and Swansea, and then back for a couple of days, and then down here. And
so like Tides of Sulphur and
Pocahontas, that was London. Yeah, it was basically it was us and Tides of Sulphur were the sort of the touring bands. We just basically did London together. We were both on the Gizzard Fest bill, and then the Swansea did together. Plus, and then there was just different bands joining us.
How did they come up, get on the bill?
It was all done. We were managed by Black Skull.
Okay, yeah.
It's John from Conan's management company.
Right.
So it was all basically arranged via him.
Yeah.
And a guy called Terence Larkin set all the shows up with Holy Spider Promotions.
Okay.
So he just sent us
Sarah
through.
Sampson is involved with that as well.
Yeah,
she?
that's right.
Yeah,
so
cool.
it was, because Terence set the whole thing up. He just sent me a link and was like, "What do you think of Tides of Sulphur? We'll do it." I was like, "Listen to them." I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool."
And like kind of London, you haven't played London much, have you?
Once, I think. We did Incineration Fest a few years ago, and I think that's the only time we've played London.
Was that the Dev? Was it? Did you play in the Dev?
No, the first time was the Dome in London, and this time was the Dev.
Yeah, what do you think of the Dev? Great
it's
spot,
brilliant.
man.
I've been there for a few times, just for drinks and stuff before going in to see gigs.
We were there for Crow Mags now as well, man. It's a great spot. And actually, we met Frank Blackfur of Sodom in there as well, as you do.
Nice. I think the last time was there was before Satyricon. Maybe we went over. We sort of go to London quite a bit for gigs because it's so easy getting in and out of. You just fly in, tube, and you're in Camden.
We're going around that way now as well, definitely. Rather than fucking Dublin, just getting ripped off the whole time up there.
I know, but you can't. It's easier to get the tube in London than it is to park in Dublin.
Yeah, So like kind of with Gizzard Fest then you'd King Witch, who's been on the show.
Yes, really
great
brilliant
band, man. Lovely
they are
people
fantastic.
too.
I know they were great guys. They were on a couple of bands after us. They headlined.
Yeah.
And they were just really put in mind of us,
And Barbarian Hermit, who I've seen in Bloodstock, Battalions as well, and Woven Man. Did you get to see any of those lads?
No, well, we're sort of in the main room, so we're just sort of watching the band. Didn't get into this. There was second stage was next door, but we had all our merch and stuff in the main room. So whoever was playing in the main room, we'd have watched them.
Did you bring any cassettes over?
We did.
Cool.
We did.
Anyone
And we sold some.
I
can't, the cassette thing, mate. They've gone almost instantly. I think there's
mad, isn't
there's
it?
a handful left. I think there's about 8 or 9
I
left.
saw the little promo you did for it. That was so funny, man. And where'd you get the Walkman, actually? Because I had one of those.
It's actually mine.
Is it yours?
It was one of those things, because obviously it was coming up to the year of the Wolves album, and I wanted to do something that people might want when the album's a year old. There was a lot of talk of vinyl, but to be honest, it's such a big investment.
It is huge,
and we don't really have that sort of money. So we thought, well, listen, the tapes, it's kind of quirky, it's fun. People seem to like it. Personally, there's something cool about having your album on tape.
Of course, man.
So, and the meantime, I was going, what can I do to sort of get people's attention? I was like, I need to find a Walkman. So up around the loft and tore all the boxes apart and found it. And it only plays backwards and really, really slowly. so it's fake. The video's fake. I'm sorry.
Oh, fucking fantastic. It's really well done.
Cool. Cheers.
It was
8 hours of my life I'll never get back. It took so long to make.
And I know it's just a big novelty with cassettes now, but Jesus, back in the day I had boxes of them. They're up in the attic.
Oh, aye.
In my attic. I took them down and I tiled them to the wall as tiles now.
Yeah, that's quite
really
cool.
Yeah, so you fucking everything from Slayer to Sonic Youth to you name it.
And Metallica, Iron Maiden.
Yeah, they're all up.
I found boxes of my stuff in my mum and dad's house and brought them back. And again, it was all in the back of my mind about the tape thing, and I was like, that would be kind of. And I modelled the cassette on Deicide Amon, Feast on the Beast, the actual on-body printing.
Really? Yeah, you went that far, yeah.
The black cassette, the white writing, the label on one side, and the side A, side B, and all that sort of stuff.
Christ. Yeah, Gallup actually have a cassette out at the moment as well. Shout out to them as well. So the vlogs, you're making number 48, I'd say, or is it done?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know where we are at the minute. I haven't started any of the UK stuff. I came back with 200 gig of video.
Yeah.
And I was considering doing something slightly different with this amount of video that I have. I know, turn it into a mini doc of the tour or something, because
why not?
It's one of those things, because we're not the biggest, most famous band in the world, and some gigs are great, some gigs are terrible. And I thought it would have been cool just to reflect on it maybe a bit and sort of chat about the gigs. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet.
Yeah,
I haven't got near it yet anyway.
Put it this way: I wish more bands would do it. I think it's a fantastic idea.
Well, it's something. It's the idea with the way I approach the crawling a lot of the time is that it's things that I would like to see bands doing.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see, like, behind the scenes of Satyricon or Madame Bride, to really get an idea of what the band's about, and you just don't get to see that a lot.
And then again, you meet all the characters as well on the vlog.
Yeah, exactly.
It's class, like, guys will actually just watch it just to see their fucking head.
I know. Yeah.
Shout out to Sean Sullivan there from 10 Ton Slug.
I know.
And also you've done Rock and Load as well with Bloodsucker.
Yes, I did. I got roped into that.
That was really cool.
Yeah, well, thanks very much, because it was like 2 or 3 days before we're supposed to go. My wife's a photographer for Rock and Load for Bloodstock, or not Bloodstock, sorry, she does them in Belfast occasionally. Carrie shoots for Overdrive whenever she's at Bloodstock, and so Carrie's done a few things for Mark at Rock and Load, and then he messaged her and was like, look, Andy does a video thing, do you think he'd be interested? And I just thought, yeah, okay, let's meet some bands and have a chat, bring your camera and record it. So
and did you do any research for it, or did you just roll up?
Well, I made a point of listening to all the bands, and some of the bands I knew, some of the bands were friends of mine, and other bands I didn't know at all. I had like 5 or 6 it was only supposed to be, he said, like, 4 or 5, see how you feel. Don't want to eat up your bloodstock of interviewing people for me, but once I started interviewing, bands would see me and be like, people would come over and go, look, can I interview our band, when you finish this? And I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Ooh, give me a quick rundown. It's a lot of the Metal of the Masses bands, and because I'd been through the Metal of the Masses, it was like, yep, absolutely. Don't care who they are. Let's talk to them. Let's get chatting to them.
Yeah.
So it was just very quickly. And who are you guys? And what are you doing? What do you want to talk about? And then just turned the camera on and did it.
Kind of. I know what you're saying. Like, but like, you're also kind of missing a lot of the bands as well that are playing live. Did that bother you?
Well, it was a different experience. I also only had 10 pints all weekend, which isn't like me. I would usually have 10 pints by midday. So I wasn't hungover the whole festival. I remember it all. Okay. But I did miss a lot of bands. But I don't know. It was good to do.
Well, the trade-off is you have the experience now behind you.
Yeah.
It might lead
it was just something different, and it was a different side. It's beneficial for me as an artist to see what goes on in the media tent, and just to see how it all works. And it was like, okay. And
they're good people. They looked after you as well over there, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I was well looked after.
That's cool, man.
And Rock and Load were very good as well.
Yeah.
Just steered me in the right direction.
Shout out to them.
It was all. I mean, the guy Mark McGrogan, it was just like, yeah, man, it's fine. It's cool. Just do it.
And where Rock and Load based?
Belfast.
Okay. So shout out to the lads there. So I just want to go through the videos as well that you've done out of the last album, Wolves and the Hideous White.
Yep.
That was, I don't know, I just love that video.
Cool.
It's just in the field, I know there's nothing spectacular going on.
Yeah, well, funny, it was really the same.
Like that video.
Yeah, I the way it turned out, it was just, and it really was that quickly put together. It was like, we need to do something. We were running out of time because production took a bit longer than I wanted, and I was in the field, fairy sticks, and my brother-in-law has a drone. It was like, get a drone up and let's do something with it, and it was mostly shot pretty much one take, because once the light went, it was all over.
Was it really one take?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it was pretty quick, like. Yeah,
and what about Still No Sun? What about that video?
I like the way that turned out. That was cool. I had actually a guy I worked with. It was like, if everyone at work knows you're in a band and all that stuff. And it's like, I found this really cool place, and it's this weird. It's not abandoned bar because it is still open, but half of it was abandoned, and it used to be a 80s disco back in the day.
I thought it was like a church, because
exactly. And I think they had stuff. A lot of the furnishings were flown over or brought over from England, and it was from a church. I have no idea. It was really peculiar. But once we turned all the lights off and brought our own lights and smoke in, it was like, this is really cool.
Yeah, class, man.
So
again, you've like kind of got a great team behind you as well. Like your brother Paul as well, Kerry,
Yeah. Carrie's a big driving force, especially for she does all the videos for us, and she's a photographer and does all our promo stuff. And my brother Pete has the record label, and it's it makes it a lot easier. Yeah,
so Pete's got Grind Scene Records. Just for those that don't know, is he running it by himself?
Yep. Yeah. I do some of the digital stuff. He's not fond of computers. So
he distributes all your stuff as well, obviously.
Yeah, it's all done via Code 7, Plastic Head, and that sort of stuff. And he's in Stranglewire as well, so it's a vessel for him. Yeah.
And kind of working with him and Curry. definitely is beneficial because like you're saving money ultimately.
Thousands.
Yeah.
The amount of money we save by
and producing it as well.
Save's a weird word. Don't spend on those things. You know, I do all the recording myself, which saves us a couple of grand on an album. The videos you'd be paying between 5 and 1,000, so we're saving that every time. Pete, the brother, does all the the distribution, and he looks after our duplication. So there's no markup in duplication. So our CDs are relatively cheap.
And I think Kerry helps him out as well, doesn't she?
Just whenever there's a mention he needs
flyers and a few other things.
So, and again, Kerry does all the photographs, and then I do all the social media stuff, and I get really into video editing with the vlogs and what have you. And it's all part of its own thing. The only thing I genuinely can't do very well is artwork.
Okay.
But then I have Travis Smith to help
me.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought him up.
Which is no bad thing.
Jesus, like he's something else. Like I mean, he's done work with Overkill, Debt, Opiate, Catatonia.
Yeah, I mean, it was one that way back in Anatomy of Loss. We needed artwork. I'm the previous fella that did the artwork. I couldn't find anything that I liked of his, and he hadn't time to commission. Yeah. And I just thought, fuck this, I'm gonna message Travis Smith. What's the worst he's gonna say? Yeah. And he came back and was like, yeah, I'd love to do it. Love the title. I want to work with you guys.
Yeah. How did you sell him the team to it, or did you have to tell him much about?
Well, no. Whenever I went to him with Anatomy of Loss, I gave him a very detailed. This is what it's about. These are what the songs
the
about.
Lyrics and stuff.
And just sent him everything. Here's the music. Here's the photographs. This is what we're about. Here's what we're like live. And he just came back and was like, yeah, I just love the title and I love the concept of what you're aiming for. Right. And then when it came to Wolves, it was only 18 months later, not even. Yeah. I was like, Travis, it's me again. Yeah. Hello. And I gave him the concept again, and he was like, I know how to do this. Wow. And he came back, and I was like, that's awesome. I think he gave us 2 pieces for Anatomy of Lost, and he sent us through about 4 or 5, 3 variations on what we used, and one that was completely off the wall, which I actually quite liked. But the other 2 guys were like, no, this is the one. And
I presume you've never met him face to face. No, it's all.
I think he's American.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's American. He's got some body of work there behind him.
Yeah, like, that's why I was surprised. He worked with us, and B, we could even remotely afford him. But he really worked with us.
Yeah, and he was competitively priced as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Well, a lot of bands need to hear that as well.
We didn't spend money on anything else, so we got to put slightly more into the artwork.
There you go, man. How'd you get the old production skills with recording the albums?
Again, it was just one of those things. You don't have money, you just got to learn how to do it yourself. Right. It goes right back to, I think I did my first demo in 98 with Honey for Christ when I played with them. Yeah. And it was just a 4-track cassette, and I found a way to multiply the amounts of tracks by bouncing and recording. And then as I got older, I switched to computers, and then learned it for a while and took a lot of advice from friends, and it was really I just kept recording a lot of mates' bands for like £100 at a time, so people could do their demos. And it was around the time of the CDRs, CDR burners sort of were a thing. So once you got a disc, people could go away and make their own stuff. Of course,
Jesus, that's mad when you think.
So the more you do it, it's like everything you should get a bit better.
When you think of it, man, we're getting old, you get they don't come with CDs anymore. Like
no, I don't know. I mean, I'm debating to even put something out in CD anymore. Whereas I remember
I know you have to, man.
The first time we
set that aside for a few of us.
When we did our first, way back in Honey for Christ, it was on we couldn't believe we had it on tape, but it was just us recording them, turning it over, and recording it, and sellotaping the printed out spines and stuff. And then it was CDs came along, and we were one of the first bands to have CDs. And it was like, fucking hell, you've got CDs, Jesus. And now we're back to tapes all of a sudden.
Yeah, Jesus. I mean, that's mad now you brought that up about burning CDs. Yeah, we used to burn everything, man. Films, you name it.
VCDs. Remember VCDs? Because you couldn't fit a movie on a fucking DVD because you couldn't get DVD burners, but you could get a VCD burner. And it was just weird.
I want to talk about the Distortion Project.
Yep.
Fantastic promotion company.
They are.
Doing great work. How did you come across each other initially?
It goes right back to when James first started the Distortion Project. Not a lot of people know this. It started off as a disco. It was just a heavy metal night. Okay. James carried around a fucking massive hernia, which was a big box of CDs of like 500 albums in it, and they just took it down to Annie's and opened it up and played it on 2 CD decks, and it was just a heavy metal night once a month in Andy Annie's in Belfast. Right. At the time, I was running an online, kind of like, it was called NI Obscene, which was like a Northern Ireland directory of heavy metal bands, and I was kind of getting southern bands in, and it was just somewhere a list of bands in Ireland. So he knew I was doing that and would sort of chatted a bit via email, and then went up to him at the gig or at the show and was like, "I'm Andy from I've seen it." Was like, "Oh, I'm James from Sourcing Project," and it literally just became best of friends. And then whenever he moved into the live stuff, bringing live bands, I was in the band, so I played at shows and then started helping him at shows and back and forth with advice. He would advise me on tours and stuff, and I would give him advice and running shows, and I would run shows for him and help him out at gigs.
Yeah, and like kind of how many shows would they run a month?
Basically one a week plus whatever's happening midweek with touring bands.
Jesus,
there's one every Saturday. The Rock KD it used to be in Katie Dilly's, so it was Rocked or KD, you know, and then it was moved into Limelight. But to me, it's always going to be Rocked. Yeah, you know. And then he also takes on whatever touring bands are happening. You know, he works closely with.
Like, what about the bigger acts? Would he be involved in them as well? The Iron Maidens and the Slayers. And stuff?
No, not as big as that. It's sort of that sort of middle. Sort of starting
middle like Rotten Christ and stuff like that. I mean, those lads are touring.
Decapitated and stuff like that. You
Great band, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they can play.
Supporting the likes of Decapitated or bands like that, Andy. Like, how would you approach a band like that? Do you have a kind of a booking agency or what?
Well, we have the management company looks after us that way, but those sort of things, it usually happens at a local level. There are always this complete left field stuff. Most of our things, like when Satyricon played Dublin, I approached, I knew H was setting that up, so I approached Fergal directly, emailed him and said, look, would you consider the crawling support Satyricon? Here's our EPK, here's all this stuff. Sort of just keep it as short, succinct, what I want, who we are, and here's why we're good enough to do it. So that would be that. And there's other stuff. We did a show in Malta, oddly.
Jim Tobin.
Yeah,
love Jim, man. He was on the podcast.
It was actually a guy, Sean Mitzi from Angel Crypt, arranged that show, but Jim's over there. So he arranged that show. We played it, but there was a couple of German guys that come over to watch it, and they run a festival in Germany. And they had Napalm Death, and after that they were like, we want you to come over and play with Napalm Death in Germany.
Jesus.
I was like, okay, that's really weird.
Yeah,
you know. So it's weird.
Like
sometimes
the metal community is big and then it's small again.
Yeah,
you know
what I mean?
It's just literally you physically have to come up to people and talk to them. You know, meet them eye to eye, and just fucking have a chat. Yeah, you know,
we're all the same. You know, we're all just heavy metal fans, and
exactly.
You know, sometimes people forget that.
Yeah, you know, it's true. So. What about other projects? I know Gary's with Zombified. Shout out to Gary, whom the gods noticed they destroyed. That album was released this year.
Yep, that's Zombified's new one.
Yeah, what you think of it?
That stuff's pretty good. Yeah, it's death metal.
Isn't it?
He gets to do all that blast and stuff that he loves so much. Like, you know.
Stuart was kind of retired from all that. I know he was with Severance, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was with a few bands, but it really was. He really did have a good 15-20 year gap before the crawling started. You know, ultimately crawling was his idea, truth be told. But whereas I've been in bands on and off, and Gary's played since he was 15. Like, I mean, he's played solid. He wouldn't know what to do if he wasn't in a band. Yeah,
but like you're so invested in this, you just wouldn't have time.
Oh,
maybe an old guest appearance.
I record bits and pieces in the house. Like, you know, I take notions for things. Like, it was really like a new wave goth phase for a while. So I recorded some stuff with a mate of mine, and then it's like 3 songs, and that's put away now. And no one will ever hear it.
Like, that's cool actually. So some of the stuff that you do for yourself obviously would not be nowhere near the crawling.
No, not even close. Especially the singing stuff, you know. Yeah.
And lyrically wise then, how would you differentiate between the two bands as well? Are the lyrics the same through both? If you don't mind me saying, like, they're kind of dark anyway.
Yeah, you know, my lyrics have always been along the same line. Yeah. So even from Honey for Christ right up until the crawling, it really is just a continuation. I mean, a lot of close friends who would know Honey for Christ very well are just like, do people not know this is the same shit with a death metal vocal? And it's like, shh, don't tell anybody. So yeah, I'm just doing what I've always done. Yeah. You know, that right. You can't. I think you just always slot into that one thing that you want to do. Yeah. And I'm just continuing to do it. So,
what about new songs? Anything coming through?
I've one written already. Okay. And I've been starting to sort of get my mind into the third album and deciding, okay, I need to I probably need to get started again. I'm feeling that I want to write some more music.
More or less, it's nearly the anniversary of.
I know. It's only had a year. Like, whatever happened to the 2-year gap?
I know. Fucking mad.
But the only thing is, like, you know, you put an album out and it's like, poof, album, lots of attention. A week later, poof, nobody remembers who you are.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, and that's again with the vlogs and everything. You are so relevant in Ireland. No more than 10 ton slug as well. You have to be clever about it.
Well, that's the way. I mean, the way I see it is, like, your album comes out, and you always get that massive peak, and you'll always get a fall, and then it's trying to keep bouncing it up just to keep the attention. Yeah. And it's not as strategic as all that. I like all that stuff anyway. We're always going to do gigs. I like the video side of things. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I like doing the music videos. Yeah. So that just happens to keep everything ticking over, and it creates our interest ourselves. Because nothing worse than you put an album out and then nobody cares, and you get a few gigs, and it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, but like you've got bands there that will release fantastic albums and just don't have the cash to keep the whole system going, you know. And then they're just like a drop in the ocean, and you're kind of really frustrating.
Yeah, no, it's really demoralising, and I didn't really learn my lesson, to be honest, because when I put Anatomy of Lost out, there was such a big hype. I learned about PR in that album. Yeah. The EP was a dip in the water, but once we got the album out, it was like the 12-week campaign, the 3 videos, interviews, reviews, features. You know, you really all about driving up to this one release, and then it does. And then I was like, I need something after. This is really stupid. Yeah. And I did it again with Wolves. I had it all brought up, and I was like, fuck, I didn't do anything for after the release. It was like, shit, you know. Yeah. So I need to pay more attention, but it takes time. It takes so much time.
It does, yeah, of course.
You know, and I still got to write an album, play guitar, and record it and produce it and do all those things.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, like, kind of say for tonight now, like, kind of, do you have any pre-gig rituals you go through, or is it just fucking grab the guitar? I suppose it depends on kind of.
I know. Well, like so right now, like we're so pushed for time, like I did anything. Basically, just get changed, vocal warm up, and I like to touch my guitar at the very least. Yeah. But it doesn't always work that way. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to go to work. Yeah. You know, you just got to fucking stick the guitar on and go straight into the zone. Like. Yeah. I do like to be able to be relaxed for at least half an hour before I have to do it, but a lot of the gigs we do, it's tight spaces and the gear scattered everywhere, and everyone's like, oh, excuse me, fuck, you know, you're in my way, oh, sorry, and it's frantic trying to get everything organised,
just to get in the right headspace.
Before. So it can be difficult. It happened to me at Bloodsucker as well. Again, it was a valuable lesson. I fucked about with leaving t-shirts at the merch stall and was trying to talk to people, and we had a giveaway and I had to go and meet them, do the giveaway thing in the photo. Then I was sprint round to the stage and was like, oh, you're all in 5.
Jesus
Got
Christ.
up in the first song, I just couldn't remember the words. It was like my head was like just a million miles away. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing that again, because that was fucking ridiculous. Something that big to have it tainted by taking me 10 minutes to calm down, and I've only a half-hour set.
I saw that in person actually with Sakis out of Rotten Christ when I was interviewing him. I did the interview and then it was shut down, nobody allowed near him, and he just had his acoustic guitar out and just strumming away, you know. He just chilled out, you know.
It's finding a way to do that. Just cut your head off for 20 minutes.
And venues, small venues, you can't do that. Obviously,
no, you just can't facilitate it.
So then you probably settle then after probably the third song.
But that is exactly what happens. You know, you start to come down, and usually such a short set. Yeah, you know.
So just that's good news about your writing new stuff anyway.
Yes, working towards it. So.
Yeah. Do you write the lyrics first, or is it the music?
I tend to write lyrics a lot. I drink a lot when I'm writing anything, so I sit up late, drink a lot of beer, and then I get an idea in my head and I start writing lyrics, and then it just gets put on a file on my computer and it sits, and I'd repeat that for weeks on end. Just if I drink too much, I'm like, oh, I have something to write about, I gotta write about this. So I tend to have a storage of lyrics in a vault, and then I start writing music, and then I'm like, let's have a look what I have. Okay, so sometimes I get an idea, or sometimes I get something completely, it has to be about this. I have a total idea with this slow guitar, it has to be about this. Right. More often than not, though, I just go back to find something that suits the mood.
Yeah, cool. Have you any more gigs this year?
Yes, we have Dublin on the 16th of November. Okay. And then we have Nina on the 7th of December, I think. And that's our final gig of the year. Cool. Nightmare Promotions. Yeah, it's something that happens around that area, and I think it's his last one. I don't think he's doing anymore, so really excited about that gig. It sounds like it's going to be cool, and always look forward to going to Dublin. There's a good crew there, man. Good crew. So that's it, man. Thanks a million for coming on the show. Thank you so much for doing it. It's been awesome.
Can't wait. Best part about it now is I can put down my mic and watch you.
I know I have to. I was like, okay, nice talking to you. Bye. So yeah. So you have to run now. Well, thanks very much for interviewing us as well. Really appreciate it. Supporting all the bands. And
fuck it. And as I said, I'll be up in Northern Ireland next year.
Yes.
Without a doubt, the Metal Cell will be up there.
Cool. You should try and get up for some of even the Metal the Masters or something like that, and get in touch with James via me or
I'd
contact
like
him
to
directly.
actually meet a few people.
And that would be great.
Yeah, cool.
You know.
Thanks again, Andy. You've been listening to Andy from The Crawling. This is the Metal Cell podcast live at the Triskel. If you need to contact me, email me if you're a band at themetalcell@gmail.com. So this is Richie saying over and out.